It's too bad we couldn't see some wildlife.
Bryce Baker and his partner Rena are heading into the bush in the hills above Peachland for a little nature, solitude, and writing. He's the author of a book in the works, Ghosts of Time. Ever since he was a kid growing up in the backcountry of Ontario, Baker has come to appreciate what the forests have to offer.
I love it. That's part of my growing up, and both Rena and I are country people, and that's where we belong.
Baker worked as a bodyguard to Hollywood stars and spent a career in criminal investigation.
I couldn't become a full member because of my health, and I was licensed under the government to be an investigator or detective. A lot of old cases or cases that they needed infiltration, doing intel, whatever, I worked contract. I worked murder cases, organized crime, kidnappings, white slavery cases. I worked them all.
He certainly created some enemies in that field. Following a heart attack in 1994, he retired from those duties, but you can still find some of those life experiences showing up in his first book, Shield and Sword.
That has an incredible influence on my writing. You cannot paint a picture of a wolf unless you've seen the wolf.
Shield and Sword, released May 5th, follows 3 generations of the Cabe family. The first 2 an 1860s bounty hunter and a Second World War pilot.
The third Joshua Cabe became a Texas Ranger and worked a lot of undercover cases and got into a lot of trouble like I did, because I seem to get into a lot of trouble. And anyway, but what it is these 3 Joshua Cabes are set. They are battling the evil one, and they are battling this legacy that they have to live through.
Baker has also written a sequel to Shield and Sword, Into the Light. The unrelated Ghosts of Time will be shipped to the publisher by the end of May or June and should be on the shelves in the fall.
It felt rather comfortable with her on my arm. The thoughts were swaying from the investigation of an old mystery to wanting to stop, look into her eyes, take her into close embrace. I try to incorporate humor into my books, even though they're serious subjects. Rena keeps saying, "Oh, I like your cop humor." And it is. It's kind of a humor that kind of overcomes the emotion of what you're dealing with.
Writing wasn't the only pastime he took up after his heart attack. Illustrating is another love of Baker's, something he once enjoyed at Rutland Senior Secondary back in the 1970s.
The counselor I was going to see for the burnout that I was going through said, "You got to take up a hobby." And I said, "Well, I got lots of hobbies. You know, I do restoration of vehicles, and I do carpentry work, and I do this, that, and the other thing, and I just can't do that right now." And out of jest, I said, "Well, I'll pick up a pencil and start drawing." Well, it just kind of ballooned from there. It was such a great release. It was really neat.
Baker's first book signing will be at Chapters on May 26 from 10 till 2. For more information, visit his website at bryceabaker.com. Reporting from Peachland, I'm Tim Morton for Shaw.